All right, I'm here with Pete Phillips, and he brought a 1958 very rare Rambler wagon. It's called a Cross Country. Is that right, Pete?
Rambler Ambassador Cross Country.
Ambassador Cross Country. Okay, so tell me about this car. How long have you had it, and what was it like when you got it?
I've had it for 15 years. It took me 11 years to restore it. It didn't run. The paint was terrible, but it was original. It had a dent in this rear door right here.
Okay.
And the upholstery on this driver's seat was worn. So I found the correct upholstery for the front seat. The back seat's still original.
No kidding.
These are the original paint colors.
Wow.
It has 75,000 miles on it.
Is that right?
Rambler was trying to compete with Buick Caballero hardtop wagons and Oldsmobile Fiesta wagons, and so they built 287 of these.
Okay.
And this is one of 3 that's known to be left. The other 2 are in museums. One at the Rambler Ranch in Colorado and one in an auto museum in Montana. So this is the only one that's still out and about and wild, yeah.
Are those, I'm seeing these doors on these sides, is that for the...
That's the air conditioner on top, yeah. Yeah, and see get the little cute little badge right there.
Now, air conditioning in 1958 was not very common,
it was scarce.
Yeah.
The car was sold new in Lake Charles, Louisiana. It's got the dealer's thing on the back.
Okay.
And so you would have needed air conditioning in Lake Charles for sure.
There. To say the least.
Yeah.
Okay, would you mind popping the hood and let us...
Let me see. I found the car in a South Carolina peach orchard. And when I had it hauled to my home in Texas, and I probably pulled half a bushel basket full of peach pits out of the engine compartment that the squirrels had left in there.
Yeah.
And had to get the engine rebuilt to run it.
And it's a 327.
327, 4-barrel, push button, V8, 200.
I didn't catch the push buttons. Let me have a look at that.
Yeah. They're in the corner.
Oh, wow. And that air conditioning controller is real interesting too.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. Those push buttons remind me a little bit of the Chrysler push button.
Right. And that flips up. That's where your air conditioning comes out. I don't know. Probably didn't do much because that's all there is for this great big wagon. So.
And they had to, even though it was a wagon, you had to have the fins.
Yes.
Because that's what happened back in '58.
Absolutely, in the ribbed aluminum trim.
That's a lot of aluminum trim, actually.
A lot of aluminum. It's only on an Ambassador.
Uh-huh.
And the R on the gas filler.
All right.
And this is where it came from originally.
Came from, okay.
Lake Charles. Woolman, the W is missing.
Oh, I see. Okay. And I guess you crank the window down first before you open the tailgate?
Yep.
Okay.
And it has these are
wind
deflectors to keep the dust off of your back glass.
Right on. That's very cool.
And pull this up. And it opens out.
Yeah. Excellent.
And there's a hidden storage compartment under here.
I never even noticed that. Yep. So you got your spare down there, I guess?
Yep.
That is so cool.
And this piece of trim I've been looking for 15 years.
Okay.
It's only on the Ambassador and only on the station wagon.
All right.
So it's impossible to find. And if you look carefully,
yes,
get a picture of that Nash. It's an old Nash part that they were using up in 1958. Isn't that wild?
That is really wild. A little bit of Nash still left. That is cool. Cool trick. I want to see how they did this back in the day.
It's a great big filler.
Oh, okay. It's a filler panel, so when
between the two, it's got a piece of weather strip here.
You're right. Yeah, and that way, so when they're closed, it does act like it's a normal sedan style.
Right.
That is very cool. That is really cool. Well, Pete, thank you for showing me your wagon.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.